Hello and welcome to AstatorTV. I was not planning on making a war selection video this week, but when I saw this amazing match, I really wanted to share this replay with you. In the bottom right corner of the map with the red units, he is Ram Pam. He got the first shoes upgrade and he is queuing 2 additional Pathfinders. In the top left corner with the lime green color, for the first time on this channel, I think originally from Japan, he is the very famous Timon. Both players are very experienced and currently are in the top 10 of the ranked 1v1 ladder. They both peak at the very first rank at some point this season. Let's have a look at this battlefield. The starting wood patch is small. There doesn't seem to be a lot of choices to construct a base with access to a forest. There is one decent location near the edge of the map and another one near the coast. The randomly generated symmetrical map is very open. No real choke point, everywhere is very exposed. There is usually a lot of action on such open map. Please forgive me if I can't capture everything. Although there doesn't seem to be that much wild food sources on the map, which will prevent players from staying too long in the Stone Age. Both players without fight pits so far. Timon just found the top center forest with his Pathfinder. This is the symmetrical location that Ram Pam chose to place his temple, right at the edge of the map. A first boar is defeated and will become meat while the temple construction is completed. Ram Pam is choosing to upgrade to Bronze Age of Europe, while in the north, Timon has not placed a temple yet. We see that he decided to go for the coast forest location. It is interesting that the huts of both players ended up being very dispersed. Timon sacrificed a worker to move the tiger away from the wood warehouse. Ram Pam's Pathfinder is spying on Timon. Timon's worker proceeded to slap him in the face. Timon's temple was quickly completed. He is also upgrading toward the Bronze Age of Europe. It is not so common to see both players selecting Europe in a high-ranked match. I think it can be a bit more difficult for an army of Asia to stop the opponent without a choke point. The fragile buildings of Asia could also be threatened by being very exposed on such an open map. Timon has 47 workers. Ram Pam is a little behind at 41, but his population limit upgrade is almost completed. Timon just upgraded his workers to construct the farm. He is upgrading 2 fight pits into barracks, so no Stone Age military in this game. A warehouse is placed to block the path from the south. Speaking of the south, Ram Pam is constructing his second barracks. I wonder if those farmers are nervous while harvesting without any tower, army or wall to protect them. Both players chose a very economy-oriented strategy. This required good scouting to make sure the opponent is not preparing a surprise attack. We now have a few spearmen. Timon is constructing a pier. Stone Age huts have been destroyed to enable Timon to start researching the Iron Age. He did not want to wait for those to upgrade. He wanted to proceed right away. He is laying the blueprint for palisades. A forge is under construction near the wood line. Still not a lot of military units as we pass the 10-minute mark. Ram Pam is approaching with a few spearmen. He is being chased by boars. Of course, the boars are on Timon's team. The palisade was completed in time. Timon has enough spearmen to defend. Ram Pam did not wish to clash. He is moving deeper into Timon's territory. He's likely trying to lure Timon's units out of position. Timon did keep some spearmen close to the wood line, but the second wave from Ram Pam has a few more. Workers are being chased. Both players now in Iron Age. I see 3 worker corpses. European workers are quite valuable. Timon is adding a 5th barracks. I'm sure he wants revenge. I like the circular arrangement of the buildings to help making the farm a bit safer. Groups of spearmen are meeting in the center. Nice awareness from Ram Pam to kill 2 on the way. Timon is turning around to chase. Workers preemptively moving in position to repair the house wall, but once again Ram Pam is just passing. He is going around to hit the farmers. This is creating a lot of chaos in Timon's economy. More red spearmen are approaching. Oh, there's a gap in the forest. But Timon, with a larger number of spearmen, was able to successfully deflect this attack without losses. Ram Pam is soon reaching early medieval ages. He selected Eastern Europe with just enough resources. Timon is reaching Eastern Europe at the same time, instantly queuing population space upgrade. Ram Pam is maintaining the pressure now with a mix of spearmen and swordmen. Swordmen are pretty good in the Europe versus Europe mirror match. Timon units are in position. Ram Pam is looking for an attack angle, all that while maintaining a well-balanced economy. The swordmen move just a teeny bit faster than the European spearmen. They are also able to destroy most buildings quite quickly. Ram Pam still not attempting to block the path within his base. Timon did score a few kills with a party of raiding spearmen. Timon's spear is under attack by swordmen. Workers are coming for the repairs, but it could not be saved. This happens to not be too much of a big deal because it needed to be replaced by a medieval pier anyway. More swordmen approaching. Ram Pam is at 54 workers. And Timon is at 54 workers too. This is so close! However, Timon has the advantage of a few fishing boats if he can manage to keep the pier up. About equal numbers of swordmen are running around each other. It is a micro contest. Ram Pam is trying to open a second front. Swordman is one of the few units that can quickly punch a hole in a palisade. Workers are scrambling to avoid getting sliced. Another great hold so far by Timon. Timon is at 115 population, while Ram Pam is down to 84. The wind of aggression might switch direction. There is a small skirmish in the center. The weaker militiamen didn't do well against the swordmen until reinforcements arrived. Timon is sending a strong force toward the south. Ram Pam does not have a pier on the coast yet. All his food income is from the farm. Timon completes his first medieval barracks. In this matchup, the European Iron Age barracks often is not upgraded quickly because the players want to keep access to swordmen. However, the medieval barracks provide the same archers at a cheaper cost than the Iron Age barracks. No research in progress at the forge at this moment. I missed some action in the south. Let's rewind a minute. The troops of Timon are being greeted by a small welcoming party. Reinforcements from both sides. Timon is upgrading a few of the swordmen into the heavier squads. Timon's units won this skirmish. Here's another small group of red units to stall the incursion. Ram Pam has had enough. He is now sending fresh muscles to deal with the situation. He is now unlocking crossbows, which are well suited to penetrate strong armor of slow units such as the squads. Here is the first medieval barracks for Ram Pam. 36 of his workers have not been upgraded yet. Timon continues producing a mix of swordmen and militiamen. This center tower is providing a lot of territory. This spear on the east coast might not get detected by Timon without the vision. While I'm watching two more groups of units crossing each other in the center, there is also an attack on Ram Pam's base. Timon's swordmen sneaked in from the west flank. But Ram Pam detected them and he is sending his own troops. Timon is splitting his forces. Ram Pam has 3 groups to chase. Workers are evacuating the wood line. The southmost group got caught. The eastmost raiders are almost defeated too. Great defense by Ram Pam. Timon is following up with some militiamen. Meanwhile, in the center, 3 squads are taking care of Ram Pam's tower. And Timon's workers keep being harassed. But not too many losses for him as he was able to notice the aggression. One lone squad remains hacking at the near destroyed tower. Timon's militiamen are running around Ram Pam's base, now heading toward the stone quarry. Their work has also halted at the farm. But the workers are now back from their quick lunch break. Timon amassed a small mixed army in the center. Ram Pam is approaching with a larger force. Those are mostly swordmen. The fight is not going well for Timon. The survivors are on the retreat. Archers are arriving in support. The red swordmen are now running away. Only a portion of Timon's army is pursuing. A few of the swordmen are fighting on the beach. Ram Pam is quickly constructing a new guardian tower using many workers. Timon did spot them, but he could not stop the construction in time. He has started upgrading toward late medieval ages. Ram Pam's town hall is busy producing more workers. He still has several buildings to upgrade to unlock the progress toward the next stage. Another big melee group is charging through the center. Timon has located the 2 east coast piers. The boats have to row away. There is an exchange between archers and militiamen in the center. Those archers do not have the second damage upgrade yet. Ram Pam's swordmen are continuing their way toward the northwest. They stop to slay a lone pikeman. Militiamen are trying to intercept. Some miners are running around the warehouse. The swordmen are heading toward the pier. The workers are rushing for the repairs. Timon is desperately trying to save the building. It's going to be close. Some swordmen are falling. Archers are coming to help. Timon did it! The pier's destruction is prevented. Timon now has several pikemen. He cleared the front of his base. He is heading toward the center. A pikeman archer's composition is very efficient against swordmen. Timon has reached late medieval age. Many of Ram Pam's swordmen preferred to run away. He still has not started late medieval age research. The swordmen are going around the eastern flank. They discovered the new economic outpost established by Timon, but it is defended by 3 medieval guardian towers. Another battle is happening a bit to the south. Ram Pam seems to be outnumbered here. The group of swordmen from the east have reached Timon's doorstep. We hear the sound of strelets, Timon's first gunpowder unit. The swordmen fought a little, but are now diving deeper into Timon's land. Timon now has 2 active forges. A few of Ram Pam's fishing boats are exposed near the southeastern coast. There are a few defensive units, but the pier should go down fast to the pikemen. The pier in the northwest is also being attacked. Ram Pam just started the late medieval age upgrade. Despite the constant fighting, both players are still near the medieval population limit. A little naval warfare is happening on the Western Sea. However, Ram Pam's galleys were too close to the strelets. The second eastern pier has fallen to Timon's attack. Timon is now approaching the farm. There is a small skirmish in the west, and also a mounted raid in Ram Pam's base. Those are Cossacks, the fastest land unit in the game. They are assaulting the undefended pier. We see in the top center bar that Timon has started to upgrade toward the Industrial Revolution. He is maintaining his age advantage over Ram Pam. The archers are being overwhelmed in the center. This is looking good for Timon. Ram Pam's fishing economy was hit hard, and he is now resorting to cheaper units, except for this crossbowman. Many of his troops have fallen. Timon is the first to get a cannon. He also has some grenadiers, which are good at helping sieging buildings. Another tower falls. A lone galley is patrolling the eastern sea. Ram Pam has reactivated his fishing operations. He also managed to muster a good amount of fresh troops in the center. Timon must go back to regroup for now. It is preferable to have some meat shield in front of the expensive gunpowder units. It is now the turn of Ram Pam to send a gang of mounted units. Those are cuirassiers. They cost a lot of metal, but they do have a decent armor and a strong attack. Timon is almost reaching Austria-Hungary Industrial Revolution. Ram Pam's raid has to inflict meaningful damage if he wants a chance to catch up. Timon is slowly making progress in the center field. Ram Pam's cuirassiers are still lurking on the east coast. Timon made it to Austria-Hungary, a powerful but expensive nation. The bank of food is large, but he will need to work on materials and metal. A second batch of cuirassiers is riding on the left side. And Timon's army is very far away. One pier is destroyed. Those cuirassiers are attacking a second one. Timon is still pushing forward in the center. All of his 4 piers were raised. The fishing boats are now inactive. Ram Pam is making progress toward industrial revolution as well. He's halfway toward Russia, but his food supply is very low. Timon has Cossacks raiding his base. Two cuirassiers are enjoying the shoreline. Timon's outpost is getting raided. One of the siege workshop is upgrading into an important factory. This will enable the production of the Austro-Hungary Xaba, which is quite strong on open maps. It is like an armored car, but with more health points. Cuirassiers are still roaming on the west side. Timon has switched to produce halberdiers and cuirassiers as well. Halberdiers are replacing the medieval pikemen, but they do not slow down mounted units, and their attack is only scratching the surface of the armor of cuirassiers. I think adding some cheaper strelets will have been a good choice to help deal with the raids. Timon's economy was severely disrupted. A galley is camping the eastern stone deposit. Timon is losing workers at the wood line. His population limit now exceeds 160, but his food reserves have evaporated. At least he managed to keep the industrial docks to resume fishing. It is a little difficult to see the fishing spots with the ultra graphics. The first Xaba is on the field, already with 6 skills. That must be a relief for Timon. But he is still under pressure. Eastern Europe halberdiers are very good to face militiamen. Timon has liberated his base. He has 159 population and a balanced economy. A few fishing trawlers are in production. Ram Pam is down to 111 population and refunded his industrial revolution progress. His important iron deposit is depleted, but he has a lot of resources in the bank for now. Still producing militiamen from the log huts. He continues to apply pressure on Timon's gathering. The cuirassiers are forcing Timon to keep several units on defense. There is an ongoing battle of cheap food units in the center. Such trade should benefit the player with an excess of food resources. A lot of Ram Pam's metal is invested in the production of cuirassiers from 8 stables. The fresh batch is already charging into the field. Chaos is unleashed inside Timon's base once again. The workers barely have any safe time to harvest. Overall, Timon's population is still at 166. But his worker count is down to a disastrous 18! His economy is in disarray. Although considering the boats, the chart is showing that the players are still close. Indeed, Ram Pam is only at 33 workers, 6 of which are still in Iron Age. Timon's dock has been destroyed. This is a huge blow. He has 0 food and materials. However, he does have archers on the offense that are managing to deal damage. Ram Pam's fishing depends on this last pier. We are approaching an economic-based trade scenario. Ram Pam is trying to restore one of the piers. Timon needs to save enough wood to rebuild his docks. Ram Pam only has half the population, but the refunded resources from cancelling the Industrial Revolution upgrade again will allow him to quickly produce from many buildings. There is a Xaba deep inside his base. He's chasing it with cannons. The workers are forced to take cover. There is also a Xaba on the other side pressuring the precious copper deposit. The cannons have cornered this Xaba and it explodes. This is a big loss for Timon. The Eastern Copper Deposit is the only metal income for Ram Pam that allows him to produce cannons and cuirassiers. The outcome of the game could depend on who manages to control this location. Timon is sending a second powerful Xaba. His entire military is on the offense. The cuirassiers are free to roam except for a few medieval towers. This base feels like a ghost town. The cuirassiers are hunting for any active worker. They found a lonely cannon. In this situation, every unit matters. The workers barely escaped to the tower. There is now a little bit of activity in the main. The workers are still mining the copper despite being machine gunned at short range by the Xaba. The cannons have trouble hitting it. Timon brought back his other Xaba on defense. It only has 9 health remaining. Some of the cuirassiers were killed. Oh no, several of Timon's workers were not properly hidden in the tower. He is likely busy looking at the other side of the map. This is looking grim for Timon as more cuirassiers are charging in. He doesn't have the food to remake the workers. The medieval mill will fall quickly. This valiant Xaba won't be enough. And it finally explodes. What a great performance from both players. This is a victory for Ram Pam. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And I invite you to check other videos on my channel. Goodbye.